equipment? I can't believe it. Who was on top of this device the entire time?
What is this?
Gateway. Oh, how incredible! Hey,
Boss room? 400.
living huh? In the flesh? Hello! My name is Alva Valai. It was I who... No, don't run away. Oh, I think we pose a threat. Let's go after them.
Did we travel 2,000 years in the past? Alva, hold on. Look at that view. To see this city in its prime, this is a dream come true. This is insane. Alva, where are you? Okay, she went in there. Utsal. So this is not even a door now. The statue's there. This is not even a door now. So... Oh, no. No. Don't tell me we're gonna go all over this place again. Not again. Please. 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 I mean, that would solve my issue of that being an underwhelming last boss, I guess, if there's much more. The Cradle of Val Ambition.
There they are. What are you doing?
Okay.
Oh, I was hoping to avoid conflict.
Well, we left no proof. It'll melt away. Okay, took me back to the gateway. 400 bit.
Hello.
Well, that's insane as a story mechanic. God damn.
Ah, King's March. So called by the Kalgurans. For some reason, they're very interested in Val artifacts.
Okay, so new day. The only thing you missed is that I basically said I grinded to 45. I picked up this, and now I'm going to do the Trial Masters thing before going into the past, basically. And then when I went in to do the trial, it once again seized up like my entire computer because I forgot to turn on the uncrasher. So my entire computer crashed and the recording corrupted, and it just, yeah. At that point, I felt I was done. So, new day, new me. Open the goddamn door. Oh yeah, what I figured out about this is that you can go in, see what he offers you, and then go out and reset it so you get a challenge you can deal with. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cheese the start of this so I don't get a bad start.
Are you aware of the concept of strategy?
Wow. Yeah, we'll take the... Yeah, the Stormcaller runes. That's completely fine.
Descends.
Stormcaller runes is absolutely fine.
Your challenge awaits. Prove yourself.
Runes of fate!
So I'm like 7 levels above this area now. And I have Shattering Palm, so I can freeze people way easier now, which makes hopefully makes it possible to get past the boss fight, so that we can do the rest of the steps. Because goddamn, having a hard wall at 4 out of 10 is really, really mean. Garuda of Final Fantasy XIV fame. I'd know that scream anywhere. She scared the shit out of me. Boom, boom, everybody. Boom, boom. Darth Maul.
Don't give up so early.
Maybe. Yeah. No charges on kills. Maybe. That's the least messed up one. At least we know there's one well, so maybe there's more.
Stem the tide.
Bro. Drench doesn't in poison. I still have no life regen, huh?
Frozen fate.
It appears I have life on kill somewhere. Maybe my gloves. Oh, okay. Not important. Not important to check for that right now. Garuda, stop screaming! I'm doing all I can to not spam my health potion. That's a bad habit I have. Just spam clicking the health potion when I don't actually need to. Whoop. Yeah, gaining a few levels, I think, was a decent choice. We're flowing right now. Like a leaf on the wind. If you know that reference, shout out to you. This is a long tunnel. There we go.
This is just the beginning.
Less area of effect and projectile speed. I mean, yeah.
Your reach exceeds your grasp.
So far, I've been really lucky
And retrieve.
with my... what are you... It's not a kiss curse mechanic, it's just a curse mechanic. Oh, this one's different. What the hell? Stone altars? Do I need to find something to put in them? Missing Val Soul Core. I see. Who has the Soul Core then? Oh, okay. Get off the lightning rune. What is this? Oh, you're taking escalating physical damage. I see. The fact that it locks you in that animation is insane. Who thought that was a good idea? Okay, so we need to clear as much as possible before picking up the thing. I'm just zooming. Just zooming past. Thankfully, it starts with my energy shield. Oh, no. Because that just regens in a few seconds. There we go.
Empower.
Okay, this one's not too bad. This challenge is fine. Alright. Here we go. Go, go, go. Maybe I should have waited for my shield to come back. That would have been an idea. Okay, 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 okay. There we go. Get rid of that shit. Okay. Is that 3? that 3 of 10? Trial Master, you big bitch. Are you here? Are ya? Okay. The well. This is the water. This is the well. Drink full and descend. Chaos res. Regenerate. Minus res. Don't like that. Reduced recovery rate. Is that also from potions and stuff like that? Like it takes twice as long to get it back. Maybe that is the best way to go, because like getting rid of my resistances, I've done that every time and it's always just wrecked me. So we'll do reduced recovery. Yeah, no, thank you, Trial Master. Who are we fighting today? Oh, is this not the boss fight yet? Or is it another boss I'm fighting? Oh, what are you? What the hell are you? Okay, you're new. Another bird. What the hell is this? Are you also gonna turn into tornado and f my day up completely? Okay. I don't really want to say anything to wreck this, but this is way easier so far.
Eventually.
I almost didn't notice the lightning zapping down. That almost destroyed me. I was over here talking shit, and then it almost destroyed me. Okay. Ugh. That's 4. Jesus. Okay. One more. What more do you have for me? You ass. Absolute ass. Treasure rewards. Trial rewards, I mean. I read treasure rewards. Okay. Let's do that. So we can fit everything in my inventory. You don't want to talk. Okay, you're just giving me stuff.
You have proven yourself to chaos.
What?
Approach the altar and receive your reward.
We only need to do 4? That's the best news I've heard all week. Oh my god. Give me Avatar. Holy hell.
Is ever clearer.
Holy god, dude. Okay. Look at this. Ailment. I legitimately thought we were going for 6 more rounds. Okay, thank you. That's a little better. Like, the fact that he let me off the hook now. That's a little better. The Chaos Rest? Sick. Trial complete. Thank fuck. Let's do some final talks to everyone before we go back in time.
Hey?
Time travel.
Oh, time travel gives me a headache. I'm trying to understand. Val priests built a gateway to their future to escape a coming catastrophe. That I can see. They needed someone with Val blood to activate the gateway on the other end. The other end being now.
Yeah.
Our time. Why didn't they just activate it themselves back then? So that it would still be active now? And isn't needing someone with Val blood on this end a critical flaw?
But if it's always on,
To escape a disaster they feared might wipe out
they don't know
their
when
people.
they will appear, will they?
Does time pass equally on both ends? Is a day here, a day there? What happens when their side has been open long enough for it to be now there, but the far future here? I'm probably overthinking this.
Yes. Don't worry about it, is basically the long and short of it.
How can I help?
You have nothing to say about this? Okay. I know you're in there questing with me, but still. You would have a lot to say about time travel and shit. Common language.
You might not know this, but the common tongue we are speaking is derived from ancient Val. They were the largest empire on Lake for thousands of years.
Damn.
They should be able to understand you.
They should be able to understand you. You have a great voice, Sin.
This portal provides
It's
an opportunity that I
never
never
considered.
To consult the
greatest minds of all directly.
Enter the portal. Find their experts on the beast or on corruption. They may know of ways to control corruption that even I am not aware of. This portal provides an opportunity that I had never considered. To consult the greatest minds of the Vaal directly. Enter the portal. Find their experts on the beast or on corruption. They may know of ways to control corruption that even I am not aware of.
That would be interesting. Let's find out, shall we? Time is short. Make haste. We need more lightning res. My resistances are piss poor, honestly.
You know not what you do. A great darkness comes. You meddle with what has been, and who knows what will happen because of it. What is dead should stay dead. Close the gateway and leave it alone, I say.
Dude, the fact that this sound just keeps going all the time is really annoying. In we go. Okay, Alva.
Don't touch me!
They're not here anymore. That was yesterday, Alva. Keep up. So they attacked us. We fought back. We left no witnesses because they turned into ice cubes and then melted. Yeah, there's the rest. Okay. So now we're fighting the Vaal in their prime. Ultimatum key. Are you trying to make me sad? Why would you... Oh my goodness. I got my lag spike. Why would you give me this if not to piss me off? Like, why? Why, video game? Why? I don't ever want to go there again. Only if I get to fight that bird again. The bird did nothing. Glorious idol. Now that's a fortune.
Arms for the monastery.
That looks valuable. Let's bring that one back with us.
Glorious idol.
I'm sure Oswald will want this.
Can be exchanged with Oswald in Ziggurat encampments. Okay. Okay, so how does this work, Oswald? Oh. So I just straight up sell this to you. Okay. That's not a lot of gold for hauling that around in my inventory, but okay. I guess it's more than a regular item, so why not? The hell is this? Okay, hold on. Sacrifice this heart at the proper ritual site to gain 2 weapon set passive skill points. Yo! Yo! We take those. Where and when? Peculiar Fortunes. Chaos Statue, we did that one. Okay, and a boss, I'm assuming. Peculiar Fortunes, that would be the thing I brought back to him then. So I guess the next thing's a boss. Wonderful. Truly wonderful. What is the chanting, dude? Hello?
Halt!
Are you kidding me?
Page ends here.
Don't worry. I can solve this. This is all just a misunderstanding.
Which one of you activated the gate?
Huh?
Which one of you is a Vaal blood?
Why, that was me, of course. I am Alva Valai, treasure hunter extraordinary.
Take her! Bring her to Doriani. As for you, I will pay back every drop of Vaal blood you have spilled.
Dude, the serpents on her spear? Oh my goodness. Okay.
I will not relent.
Whoop. Can I freeze you and make this easier on myself?
You will fall before us.
Oh, holy poison. Holy poison. Holy poison. Whoa. Whoa. Dude, the guys on the side glow? What? Eh. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, okay. 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 Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Is this actual chaos damage?
I shall crush you!
Thank you. I'm running out of potions. You can die now. Oh yeah, avatar states. Of course. I forgot I had that. Holy shit.
I will crush you insect!
Holy shit. What was that? What did she walk into? Holy hell.
Maintain a fine balance.
That was a fight. Jesus. Well, that's all the energy I have. Let's never talk about that again. Holy shit. Alva's still on the map. She has been kidney-papped. Another checkpoint. Did we find Agorat? We sure did. We found Agorat. Love the colors. Salvation sought in beauty and blood. I really like all the colors in play here. This place is actually really beautiful. Look at all this. What does this do? Dealing reduced damage. Okay. It's not killing me, at least. Atsiri, Atsiri. That's the name of the queen, right? Has Atsiri been mentioned before in the lore? So I don't recognize her name from before this game. Basically, the only ones I recognize from earlier games are Alva and Sin. Outside of that, I don't really recognize anyone. So if there have been others from PoE1, I am out of the loop. And I would love to know which ones were in PoE1. So if someone could tell me if any of the people we have met or will meet, you know, it's safe to leave on this video because it's Act 3 and there are currently only 3 acts. So if there are any characters we've met or characters that I will meet in the rest of the acts that are from the first game, please tell me. I would love to find out. I want all the lore. I still haven't watched that YouTube channel that does all the lore stuff. I don't remember her channel's name, but I do know that people hold her stuff in high regard. So I will for sure check that out as soon as I'm done recording all these. When I can finally just play and have YouTube playing on the other monitor. So that's how I enjoy playing video games. Watch YouTube while I play. Trial of Atsiri, a name that radiates warmth from the hearts of her subjects. But wasn't she like fascinated by the beast or something? Isn't that why shit went bad? Well, okay. That works. Were all of these blue? There's like one axeman who's not, but everybody else was a blue. God damn. Atsiri, Atsiri. Okay, now you're not blue. We do, yep, we can do avatar states. Go, go, go. I don't remember what it's actually called, but to me it's just avatar state. Ooh, a chaos. Unbound avatar, that's it. That's a lot of explosions. Rejoice! Step forth, true believers, unto Atsiri's graceful shadow. She alone shall shade you from the pains and ills of this world. By her grace and hers alone shall you be given eternal life. Isn't that what they said about the Lady of Filth or whatever the hell her title was. Wasn't that the same text with just the name of the ruler replaced? Oh my god. Those with warmth in their hearts give willingly to their queen. Is this how they... Jesus Christ, how they power the soul cores? Is this where they get it from? Like, comparatively, this to just outside that gate, let's ignore these guys, but like everything happening over here, I just realized the rivers are red. Oh boy. But like everything here looks so peaceful and nice, and then you walk through that gate and then there's just corpses through ritual sacrifice everywhere. And instant tonal shifts. I wish the music changed there to something more disturbing. That would have been perfect. We need 7%. We have 4 of these. We're at 1973. Can we do it?
Winter prevails.
Gained around 100. Gained 94. That's sick. I'm so proud of this staff. Like, look at that cold roll on tier 5. The cold damage. Imagine if those were the physical numbers. Ooh-wee. That would have been crazy. And then like 70-something% this damage would have been insane. But like, I'm so satisfied having rolled this on my own. Just like in games like these, in like Path of Exile and Diablo 2, like it feels like you're supposed to be trading. And like, yeah, I could go trade. I have some exalted orbs. I could go trade for a better staff, most likely. Like, no doubt I could trade for a better staff. But the fact that I made this makes me happy. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's mine. We need lightning rest. That was it. Because we have one of these. That. And then add lightning rest. There we go. Okay. We're back up to 50 on everything now. I also feel like we don't have enough life. Max life feels a little low. But we'll deal. We have to. We're done here. So we're back down to the staff. Crit chance. Order staff skills that consume power charges count as consuming an additional power charge. Alright. Then I don't know where we go after that. Outside, people are like, praise be to Atsiri, and then as soon as you get inside, it's just goddamn massacre. Look, the rivers of blood are flowing down there. You want to bet that's where they build the soul cores? Just at the bottom of this thing? I was not expecting to enjoy this as much as I am. I'm so glad I got caught up on everything and actually... everything. Caught up on trailers and gameplay and all that stuff and actually played this because I'm having one hell of a time. And I don't even have the Druid yet. It's gonna get even better. He said before the Druid came out and sucked ass. Please, let's not have that be the case. I still need them to make the Dire Tusk Boar form for the Druid. What the hell is this? And I thought I died a lot in this game. This is insane looking. Like, they just have stacks of there's even more over here. They just have stacks of them. Look at this shit. Like, not to bring the mood down or anything, but this shit reminds me of some of the most horrible stuff I've seen in documentaries. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, this This looks like... Whoa. That's actually so disturbing. Disturbing enough that I had to lean in. I had to sit up and lean in. That's how disturbing that was. I mean, that really just paints a picture, doesn't it, of exactly how just fucked up the Val were. Blood priests, zealots. Yeah, I mean, the names all fit with what's going on.
Blood stains
Whoa.
the stones.
Place sacrificial hearts. All right. That is a huge heart. Death is both a mercy and a curse. Necessary to ritually sacrifice a heart at the proper site. Let's do it.
I do what I must.
There we go. We gained 2 skill points. We're done here. That was fast. Now where do we go? Oh! Now we're doing these. Now we're doing the tree right here. You know where I started, and the game was like, nah. Or the build guide was like, nah, remove those. Now we're going there. Good. So, how does this work then? Does it mean I only need 2 to get to my 3, or does it mean I'll get a 4th if I consume my 3? I guess we're about to find out. Let's say I have 2 now. I get 3 when I pop it. Okay, that's good. So from 2 power charges, I get 3 charges of charged staff. But can I go up to 4 if I consume 3? I cannot. Okay. So 3 is max. Ooh, the Black Chambers. Doriani toiled in her name and his own.
Alva, where are you?
The sound bugging out there was freaky. Are we an alien?
Those here? What of Nahuatzi? I see. No mercy then. Kill him on sight.
Okay, so Doriani's in here. So is Doriani someone we know from Pee-wee 1? We've moved through marshes. We've traversed jungles. We've explored temples and pyramids. And now we are descending in, like, I don't know, Doriani's Durns of hate, possibly. It all feels very formula following, but I'm not complaining. It all fits. It all feels like an ARPG. Yeah, these steps have been following the same environments, but, you know, we have no idea what's gonna happen in the other 3 acts later on.
Apos, stop fooling around.
She keeps talking to Apis. Haven't seen him once. Is that just to not animate him, or is she actually crazy and just imagining that he's there? Because at this point, I feel like it could be either of them. And this is just blood, I'm assuming, from the sacrifices. The amount of people they've had to sacrifice for this is actually insane.
Fool! There is no time for this. Azeri will soon commune with the beast. Cease your assault.
Well, that's not good if she's about to commune with the beast. Whoa, look at that. Look at that statue. Just tear a hole in the chest. But like there's no heart in there. Ugh. Cadaver. Ew! Is that a laser going down, splitting him in 2? What the hell? It looks like the Colossal Titan. Disgusting. Oh, another cadaver. Let's look at this again. Yeah. See if we can reach 48 before the end. I have a feeling this is going to be the last one, though. Because I don't think they're about to go sending us out in the jungle again. That feels way too repetitive. Because now we are starting to see advanced gear dropping, which I assume means that we are now close to reaching cruel difficulty, which is apparently only going to exist in early access until they add the remaining acts. They apparently added it just to hold us over before, so that we get to the right level for reaching endgame. But from the sounds of it, they are going to be adding the acts during early access. So I don't think we're gonna have to wait until the game comes out to see the rest of it, as far as I understood. I could also be incredibly mistaken. That happens a lot. It's not that hard to confuse me. But as far as I understood it, there seems to be a big chance that we are getting the rest of the acts during early access. Which makes me wonder, are we going to see all the classes first? Or are we actually going to see all the acts before all the classes are in? Oh yeah, those are soul cores in the making for sure. This place is cursed. Look, why do you need such advanced machinery? Aren't you just cutting out their hearts and like adding the blood to a thing? If not, then why the river of blood? Like, I realize they're somehow binding the souls to all this, but... And why the rivers of blood? Pac-Man. What happened to you? Heartburn. So, are we fighting Doriani? Or are we fighting Atsiri? Are we fighting the beast in the past? What are we... No, Siri, I wasn't talking to you. Mephisto is down here somewhere, and I'm gonna find him.
Stop this at once. I take no pleasure in harming one of my own. But if you persist,
In harming one of my own. What if, oh, okay, he's talking about Alva. Being held in the farthest chamber. Yeah, surprise. She's at the end of the level. I was not expecting this. Dude has enough tech down here to belong in the Mass Effect universe. Like, what happened? I guess we do know what happened, but like... Disgusting. We have another socket. Very good. Very good. There we go. And we will be adding more lightning. That was the lowest. Great. Starting to look like something at least. That's gonna lead to the boss, that's for damn sure. I feel like that's the first checkpoint I've seen in here, so... That has to be the boss. Okay, a bridge to nowhere. That's cool though. It's a neat detail. Now, do I want to leave and just get my 2 bars, or do I just want to fight? I feel like we can just fight. I don't think it's... yeah. We'll go. Sight of Doriani's greatest creation. Okay, I mean, it's gonna be him then. Yeah.
So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Azzoatl has finally come for me.
You will suffer, Architect of Death.
He's the one they called her oh yeah, Royal Thaumaturge. Yeah. So he's the guy that we're talking about when we got to Act 3.
Is the only path to survival.
Okay. I was about to talk shit, and then he did that.
Can stand against us.
Okay. Are we... What are we waiting for here? Doriani, what are we waiting for?
I must save my people.
You know why we're here! It happened! It cannot be
Oh,
stopped!
she's up there.
I will succeed.
Big-headed.
There is no escape.
You big-headed fool.
I cannot let my efforts be in vain.
Bruh.
Power. Reverse the
Arena traps. That doesn't look good.
Now, you are within my grasp.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Ash, demon of Atzoatl.
Why am I a demon? Have you seen your shit? You know what you're doing?
Or die. I plan for
Oh.
every contingency.
Triggered those. Okay. Oh, he's up in the air. He's now independent from the robot. Okay.
This
Whoa. Whoa.
yet.
Whoa.
I cannot
It's like the thing from the trial I did. Where the blood orb is falling from the sky. Okay, let's go. Think we can do it? No, 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 no. Think we can do it?
survive this.
Woo!
Do not fail me. Not now.
Hi. So
This happened.
are we the ones who kill you?
All that I sacrificed.
Your
Okay,
people
Illidan.
cannot be saved. History is already written. You can stay here and die, or come with us and help save the future.
The legacy of the Val must be protected. I do know of a way to contain the beast.
Wait,
Let's just
seriously?
start talking then. My friend here isn't exactly the peacemaking type.
Wait, he's coming with us to the future or the present? That's unexpected. There's no better way to put that. That is unexpected.
If only I had more time. There is an ancient weapon. A weapon that was used against corruption from a civilization lost to the ages. I have one piece of it. 3 others were scattered. I have been searching for them, but the Karui have interfered at every turn.
So will you help us?
I suppose I must. It is too late for us here. This era is over. I pleaded with Atziri for her patience, but she would not abide me. She will attempt her communion with the beast, and
With the
utter
beast.
devastation will ravage our people. But the fact that you are here, a living descendant of our people, it gives me some hope for our future. I will come to your era. Perhaps there is still time.
It's settled then. Let's hurry back to the time portal.
God damn. So is this gonna be some timey-wimey stuff where he ends up being her grandfather or something in the end? Is that what we're doing here? This is absolutely insane. Love it. The fact that we're bringing an ancient Val to the present to help us defeat the beast in our time because Atziri messed everything up in the past with that beast is honestly really cool. I love that. Come on, load game. Load video game. Gateway. Wait. Wait, no. No, 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 no. I want some answers. Hold on.
And shatter they shall.
I can swap items on the ground. That's hilarious. You can't just send me back here. level 45. We are in New Game Plus now, apparently.
By the first ones, you're alive. I'm glad to see another Miller went up now. I would appreciate it if you could.
That's unfair. Find clear fell. Okay, so they're just
I will see about this.
more of this water magic. How did the river hags get to Act 1? They're the most annoying slow in the game. Okay, so we're gonna travel back to Act 3 and see if there's anything we can do. Because we can't just leave it off like that. There has to be something. Like some NPCs to talk to or something. Because that's a crazy place to leave it off. Gold amulet. What did that do? Increased rarity? Ooh. Holy hell, okay. Yes, please. Oh no, I lost some energy shield. What the hell did I just craft? Oh yeah, I did the start for warrior because my friend played a warrior. And he was surprised to find that the warrior's backstory was not the same for everyone's. And I was like, what do you mean the warrior's backstory? And he was like, yeah, the warrior is the son of the blacksmith in the first act, Renly. And I'm like, the warrior is Renly's son? And then I realized, oh yeah, Renly has this whole thing where he's like, I wish my son would wash up on the shore. He's a big lad, he's like of Karui blood. He's adopted, basically. He's a foundling, I think is the wording they use. So that's really cool. The warrior is just straight up Renly's son. And apparently there's a bunch of, like, unique dialogue with him. There we go. Miller. It sounds like he says sayonara, but he says saw you in half. All I hear is sayonara. Hardest fight in the game. Yeah, so now we have Act 1 in Cruel difficulty. And then we'll unlock Act 2 and 3 again. When they release Act 4, 5, and 6, I assume that's just what's going to happen instead. Because they said Act 1, 2, and 3 for Cruel is not going to stay here when the rest of the acts are released. So this is just temporary. Okay, yeah, let's go back to Act 3 and see if they have anything to say. Otherwise, I think that's a wrap, honestly. I will probably show unlocking mapping as well. So, if this is the end of the story, we'll cut to when I'm done with the 3 acts again. And I unlock mapping.
Hey, boss, stop fooling around.
Okay. That's even more than I expected. Okay, I did not expect to see him here. I just thought that maybe Oswald and Alva were gonna say something about this.
I can't pretend to guess the consequences of what you've done here. I'm not one to give lectures. If you think it's the best course of action, I can only hope that you were right. I promise you this. If I end up dead because of this Doriani fellow, I'm gonna haunt you for the rest of time.
Okay.
You bring someone we only talk about in our darkest tale. That man is not just a myth. Him a monster from the shadows of the past. His arrogance helped crack the world. And now you bring him here to us and expect him to help you? Hey, boss, get down from there. Be wary.
Okay. She's not happy. She hasn't been happy since we drained the water, though, so that makes sense. Oriani.
That man is a mystery. Though it appears he's on your side for now, you mustn't forget who he is and all he has done. There is something eerily cold and calculating about him.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he will aid you so long as your goals align with his. The moment they do not, I'm just saying, don't turn your back on him.
How can I be of aid?
You have nothing to add? You have nothing to say about this? That is the biggest twist in this game.
Welcome.
Well,
Uzal, my people, are all long dead.
yeah, because of Atsiri.
It's one thing to hear it, but another to see it. This city is nothing but a grave. I can't change their fate, but the Val are not entirely gone. Alva and her Val ancestry is proof of that. I will do what I must to protect what remains, and perhaps one day we can rebuild. For that to happen, we need the weapon. We must travel to the archipelago the Karui called Namakanui. The
Namakanu.
pieces still exist. That is where they will be found.
And then we'll travel to Metro Nui and the other Bionicle Islands. Utsal.
I gathered the greatest minds
Oh,
of
it's
our
Mata
realm in
Nui
one
and then
place.
Metro Nui, I think.
We embarked on journeys of discovery that mankind could never before conceive. No ethical bounds, no moral limits. We sought immortality, both in flesh and in machinery. We sought understanding of corruption.
Yeah, I found your orbs.
Even sought to master time itself. In the end, it was all for naught.
The Beast.
Study of the beast was my life's work, and the work of many Varg scientists before me. Despite its danger, I still consider it a thing of beauty, a work of genius. It is capable of changing something fundamental about the nature of our existence. The beast showed us it can be done. Our experiments with life, with death, with machinery and augmentation, they were all inspired by it. We can surpass the impossible, if only we are willing to sacrifice enough.
Okay.
Time is of the essence.
Time is a strange alliance, but I'm willing to listen. Okay.
What is it?
Well.
Here to help.
Oh, now he wants to speak to me. Okay. Thank God. I was like, that's so weird that Sin doesn't want to talk about this. Okay.
Returning with Doriani was an inspired move.
Thank you.
As the foremost expert on the beast that ever lived, he is exactly the man we need. I doubt we can trust him in a broader sense, but for the moment, our goals are aligned. He wishes to contain the beast, and so do we. If he thinks we should travel south to Namakanui, then so we shall. This weapon of the precursors, it may just be our best hope.
Okay.
Time is short.
That is it then. That's the story so far. So, it's been a few weeks since I did my playthrough. And I forgot to record anything during the actual endgame on my main run. So, yeah, a bunch of the opening conversations when you unlock the Atlas and everything. Missed all of that, and I just kept on playing, and then I realized, like, why didn't I record when that was happening? So,
Now then, it is time we departed. Activate the portal. We will see about it. It begins.
I had the worst dream. I was... Oh, shite.
You're awake. Oh, I thought you might not make it. There's a lot to go over. When you've pulled yourself together, speak with Doriani. If it helps, history does tell of a slow recovery after the cataclysm. It's likely the future we knew is only possible because of the work we're doing here. Every bit of corruption you cleanse helps build Rayclast as we experienced it. And if you don't, well, perhaps you and I might never exist. Crazy to think about, isn't it? I've heard about that massive pillar of flame you've spotted. Try to get to it as quickly as you can. I imagine anyone else that's seen it will be trying to get there before us. I'll do some research and see if I can figure out what it is. I initially believed that there was nothing in the historical record about that strange fortress you found. But then it occurred to me. A great deal has been written about times of ash. Fires that scorched the land. Clouds that blotted out the sun. The winter of the world. If that place is somehow connected, then we may be dealing with an ancient, disastrous force that plagued Rayclast for far longer than anyone can guess. It may have ended entire civilizations. You really must get there first. Everything may depend upon it.
You made it. Unfortunately, Rayclast was not so lucky. It has been devastated by the cataclysm and is no longer habitable. Grieving would only be a waste of precious time. We must face reality and make difficult choices. We must cleanse corruption so that civilization can one day return to its former heights. We are living the worst possible outcome, but I did anticipate every contingency. This ziggurat contains a translocation device which will allow us to open portals to a range of coordinates on Rayclast. From here, we can more than simply survive. We can reclaim the world from the grasp of corruption.
Just doing my job. I'm fine with a truce.
So that's where I'm at with my monk right now. In terms of like progression and stuff. So my monk has finished the quest doing tier 15 maps. So he's caught up. He's all the way at the end. But I haven't listened, as you can see, I haven't listened to all of these side conversations. The ones that are grayed out are ones I listened to on my monk, and apparently they are shared.
Of course.
So we'll go and talk to everyone before we move on here.
Hello! It's a good thing we resolved our differences when we did. Without Doriani, we'd have died out there. I saw the sky, the people. They were, well, let's just say I now understand why Val ruins look the way they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it helps, history does tell of a slow recovery after the cataclysm. It's likely the future we knew is only possible because of the work we're doing here. Every bit of corruption you cleanse helps build Rayclast as we experienced it. And if you don't, well, perhaps you and I might never exist. Crazy to think about.
Yeah. That's why you don't want to dive too deep into time travel, right? Questions like that start to emerge.
I've heard about that massive pillar of flame you've spotted. Try to get to it as quickly as you can. I imagine anyone else that's seen it will be trying to get there before us. I'll do some research and see if I can figure out what it is.
Monolith? So what is the monolith? Not entirely sure what that is, honestly. Fortress.
I initially believed that there was nothing in the historical record about that strange fortress you found.
Yeah, is it the Citadel
Then it
quest?
occurred to me. A great deal has been written about times of ash. Fires that scorched the land. Clouds that blotted out the sun. The winter of the world. If that place is somehow connected, then we may be dealing with an ancient, disastrous force that plagued Rayclast for far longer than anyone can guess. It may have ended entire civilizations. You really must get there first. Everything may depend upon it.
I've yet to find a single citadel. We are now in the patch where you can see citadels outside of your fog range. That was not the case earlier. So now we can actually see like where the citadels are, even though they're in fog. So that's a good update. I don't know if I can even see one on my map yet. I've found, well, 3 out of 4 unlockable hideouts. What's the point of wells? Like, I find them so unnecessary. Especially the whole argument of, well, you need to do this so that you're, like, you feel involved in the gameplay, and that you have to do this so that your potions refill. Then why do checkpoints in the actual maps refill my potions? It's the same thing as going back to town, because town is a checkpoint, you know? So why don't they autofill? And it's a weird choice they've made, in my opinion.
What can I do for you?
What's up, Kitsuli? Fate.
Fate is not a matter of belief. My experiments have shown that time is, forgive me, your descended peasant dialect is odd. In the low speech, it would not be stone.
There we go.
Not exactly. I believe you would call it crystal.
Crystal.
Time is a solid pattern substance. It does not change. What has happened will always have happened. What will happen, though it is unknown to us, has already happened.
So it's a closed
That
time
is
loop.
not to say you do not
Closed
have
circle,
free will.
rather. And now we're talking about free will?
A man has many fates. Chaos knows this, and they have taught us well.
Why are you talking about
Chosen to
chaos?
listen. You may have 50 fates, or 1,000, or just 2. They are all out there in the crystalline patterns of time. Carved channels for the river of your experiences. Your mind. All your fates exist, but you will only experience one. Choice is the true power a man has.
That's very interesting. Patterned substance.
Time is not entirely hidden. Perhaps you have seen it, perhaps not. Men and beasts trapped in crystal. Not trapped at all. Just a moment in time seen from afar, like peering through a lens. Doriani is the greatest hero of our era. The brightest mind our civilization ever produced. Had he more time, he could have extended our reach across the entire world. Perhaps farther. The stars themselves would not have been beyond our grasp. Had he but time. I was supposed to give him that, but I failed. What do I live for now?
Disenchanting my items, usually.
See what you think.
Very interesting.
On our side.
A Talui.
A man I've killed before.
Huh? Wait, have I killed him? When? Wait. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that's who he is? He's the sun boss? Dude, what? I didn't know that. What the hell? Okay, so in Act 3, right? When you go to the past. No, it's right there. Kitsuli, High Priest of the Sun. So he's the guy that turns into... Like, in the actual temple with the sun power core. He's the dude you fight at the top before the elevator goes up. That's him. What the hell?
What can I do for you?
So you lived until I came in there in current, like the present time, and killed you.
It's not on our
So
side.
you did live. That's insane.
What is it?
Who are you? What and why do you want to talk about my nemesis?
I did not undertake the trial alone, but I did emerge a victor. I earned myself the role of High Priestess, as is custom. Had I possessed less willpower and skill, I would have earned a role that was less important. I would be dead now, out there with the rest of the chaff, rather than here, serving Doriani. You should ask him about his trial. His strategy caused quite a stir, but it made Chaos laugh, so it worked.
What do you mean it made Chaos laugh? Alva?
You are not worthy to speak to me on your own. However, after intensively discussing her bloodline, I have determined that Alva technically qualifies as Val. She has vouched for you as her servant, so I will speak to you.
As her what? Whoa! Look at all those options. God damn. Okay, so this is the lore corner. What are you selling? Tell me about the America.
Of all the cultures that surround us, those of the Vastiri are the closest to what might be called a neighboring empire. As much as I distrust them, I do hope they survived the cataclysm. There has to be someone still alive out there.
They live. They live. I'm gonna move to my hideout.
I don't mind being trapped here with her. Not at all.
Damn. I'm gonna move to my hideout so I don't have to listen to all the spell effects and stuff going on in the background. This picture makes a lot more sense now. Now that I've seen the hideout and everything. Okay, so as you can see, I have everything on hand because I've played on my monk a lot. Then we have all the statues and stuff out here in the clearing. Okay. Back to it. Yes, exactly. Now, about the Karui.
The sea tribes are largely a mystery to us. We rarely concern ourselves with sailing. Some of our merchants did trade for their jade, though they learned to enact such exchanges indirectly. The Karui too often carry disease, a strange blood fever that drives them into a rage, especially if our merchants linger in their presence. Keeping the Karui at a distance is merely a sensible precaution.
And that's gonna be Act 4, so that's gonna be interesting when that comes out. Very interesting. Though it isn't current day, so I don't know how much has changed. We'll see. The Ezamites.
What is an Ezomite? I have never heard of such a people. You don't mean the Kaltu, do you? No, that wouldn't make sense.
So the Ezamites they originate from Ezamir and the Isles of Skoth, a landmass located west of Sarn. Sarn is Act 3 of PoE 1. Okay. They worship the First Ones and other animalistic Ezamite gods. I've read this sometime. This feels very familiar. Their official language is Ezo, and their culture was primarily focused of Talisman League and Bestiary League. So it's Grigor, Einhar, Rigwald, Thane Jorgen, the Banished, Waylin, Skoth, and Count Giunor. Okay. So basically they haven't been established yet in the timeline, which is why she has no idea what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. The Trarthus.
Trathus never changes. If they still live, I doubt they've noticed this cataclysm at all. Too sedated from their favorite vapors. Pathetic.
Yes, Mary.
I can only hope your people have been protected from this disaster by the high walls of your mountain valleys. Your culture is the only one on Rayclass that I do not find distasteful. Your people remind me of how the Val must once have been.
Thank you.
Kind and wise, but new to the ways of the world.
That's interesting. She's not, like, rude about it.
Yes.
You would think she would have, like, like really look down on us, because that's kind of the vibe of the Val overall, I think. But or Val, still don't know how to pronounce it. It's like if you're going for the meme like Val or no balls, like I guess it would have to be Val, but yeah, she doesn't seem to look down on us that much. She's like, yeah, you're primitive, but there's a certain elegance to the ways of your people, even though you're primitive. And it's like, yeah, it's a backhanded compliment, I guess, but it's not that bad. Oriath.
A small cult makes their home on that island. They were banished from the Asmiri at some point. They may be far enough away to have survived the cataclysm.
Interesting. Primivals? I don't know.
Very little survived of the culture we call the Primevals.
Primevals?
They left only glyphs and carvings.
Mephisto. Diablo.
Few figures of note in the books I studied. Uzaza was likely their first king. Aul, called their last king, overthrew a tyrant named Plutembo, or so I believe. There was a Kelly too, who the Marikath would know more about than I. Unlike many other cultures, their runes are often found in the ash layer itself. It's no wonder only stone remnants remain.
Interesting. I really want to go watch Noodle's lore videos on the first game, because it's been a few months since I played it, and I don't remember that many of the boss fights. But though I should also just go back and play it on my Marauder or Chieftain and actually get him to maps and remind myself of the story in that way as well. But I heard that Noodle has a lot of good lore videos on this game, so I'm very curious to check all of those out. Considering I don't really have time to write lore videos anymore, it's very nice to see when other people are making them, and the fact that theirs is very high quality and stuff like that is also very nice. So I can't wait to actually go check those videos out. Atalui.
She will rip your heart out if you let her. Some less metaphorically than others. And that brother of hers is even worse.
Who's her brother? Who is her brother?
Yes?
Who is your brother and what does he do? Apparently Viper, by the way, I learned about this after playing through the game. Apparently Viper can show up as a boss in PoE1? That was interesting. So she went into like a time thing, and then she appears like displaced throughout time in PoE1. I don't think I've ever fought her, but by the way, these new markers for like discerning if a quest is done or not, even though some of them are bugged and don't X out, like in cruel difficulty, that happens to some. But the fact that they changed the indicator to, instead of just making them gray, like now they're X'd out, is such a good change. Love it. Okay, tell me about all the stuff I've done on my monk. The burning monolith.
There's a tremendous amount of energy radiating from that new structure. If it was corruption, I would understand, but it is like nothing I have ever seen before. My intuition tells me that you must absolutely be the first to reach it. If it should fall into the hands of the corrupted, there is no telling what may happen.
The Precursor Tower Network.
I believe that the Precursor Towers are part of a network created specifically to alter terrain and biomes.
You're correct.
This may have been to make Rayclast more habitable initially. Or perhaps it had a larger purpose, later in their era. These ideas are just conjecture, of course. In a time of minimal sentience, and most of it mad, what you encounter out there can be quite malleable. What we expect to find can shape things. The energies we use in our translocation device can influence outcomes. That device was made possible, after all, by a very special patron. They are likely watching us even now, and finding great humor in our travails.
Who could that patron be?
I was told many cryptic things. I was asked to... No, I shouldn't say. I don't understand. At least not yet.
That is the last thing
I was
I've heard
told
previously.
this was the only way, yet still, I fought to find another path. I believe we make our own fates. But here we are. If only I had the full picture.
Yep. So that was the last thing I heard in the story. Tainted survivors.
As I predicted, the corrupted survivors out in the wastelands have banded together like primal animals. They refuse to accept their own doom. You must become proactive in your approach. Their warlords are perverse figments of reality that the Cataclysm has distorted. Find these tainted realities and cut off the head of the snake, so to speak.
So that's the towers, I'm assuming? Or the citadels? Corrupted wastelands.
Out in the corrupted wastelands, you will no doubt encounter survivors. Do not fall victim to the trap of empathy. Though their bodies do not yet know it, they are dead. They sicken and taint everything they touch. They would slowly kill us by their very presence. They have no future. It would have been a mercy for them to die in the initial devastation. They will slowly waste away, and in their wasting, they will become disoriented, and then enraged. They will seek to survive as long as possible, even if that means they doom the rest of us. They will be drawn to resources and to power. You cannot allow them to possess that which we need. If you see them, kill them, and do not hesitate for even a moment.
All right.
I should warn you. In my search for ways to stop the Cataclysm, I entreated the ultimate wisdom in this world, and I paid a terrible price. That price is out there still, and he is even more cunning and dangerous than I am, for he does not have my purity of purpose. When you meet him, destroy him utterly, and do not trouble yourself with your usual moral quandaries.
And who is he? Who's he talking about? The weapon.
I have invested considerable resources and many years of effort in this search, but my knowledge of the precursor still remains scarce. They are as ancient to us as we are to you. On such timescales, geological events tend to obscure remnants of civilization. There is evidence of great fires, eruptions, impacts from the sky. All I know is that they too delved into the secrets of this world. Corruption was just one of many forms of energy that they mastered. I have come across simple pictographs in their ruins, intended as a contingency, should others come without knowledge of their language. Most pictographs were quite clear. Death lies within. One, however, held faded instructions for what we should do if that death should ever escape, if it should ever plague the land. That is how I know the weapon exists, and, generally, how to find it. Someone in the past wanted us to know about it, in case the worst should ever happen. And clearly, it has.
So it's the weapon that we're looking for in the actual story then. Okay. Let's talk to these delightful people from King's March.
I'm Rog. I specialise in logistics and planning. Now, I don't know how you've survived out here on your own, but I'll do what I can to support you with my supply skills. From the back, far from combat.
Here and now.
It's a bit complicated. It's hard to explain. You'll know more soon. I hope it's okay if I ask you to just trust us for now.
You'll know soon when Act 4 comes out. Okay, Gwenan.
Well, well, you're hardly a local here, now are you? Wait, you don't know me? Right, you did warn us about this. Or you will, rather. Let's proceed as if we don't know each other. I'm Gwenan.
So this is the case with all of them, because
More than luck to make it this long.
when you hit endgame in the full game, you'll have met them already. So I guess this is just like temporary dialogues, so that it makes sense for them to be here now. Also, another thing I learned about Alva is that, first of all, if you throw the letters around in her name, you can spell Val, which is interesting. But also, apparently, this is the youngest we've ever known her. Apparently, the Alva we hang out with in PoE 1 is after this, because she's doing way too much time travel. So we are now hanging out with younger Alva than we did in PoE 1. During like the entire confrontation with Doriani, apparently Alva and the, is it the God Slayer or something like that in PoE 1, like the main character that you play, are like doing your attacks in the temple and just killing a bunch of Val in the past. So when your character from PoE 2 and Alva show up, that's why they're like, which one of you is the one with the Val blood? And then they take her because they think she's the later Alva or older Alva earlier in our timeline in PoE 1 that is invading the pyramids with the character from PoE 1 and doing all these attacks. So when they see Alva and then our character in PoE 2, they think we're the same people. So that's why they do their best to like stop us immediately, and why they're not even interested in having a conversation, which I think is really cool. Because technically you as the player are to blame for both of those things happening. Because you did do it in PoE 1 even though you were playing a different character.
In a gambling mood?
It's all just very fun. The Ziggurats.
Eerie being here before our ancestors even arrive. This ziggurat... Wait, how much am I allowed to say? I suppose I should keep that thought to myself.
No. This era.
We came back to this era hoping to meet our ancestral heroes in person, but instead, we found an even bigger mystery. We're still digging up ancient remnants of our ancestors, but they won't even arrive on Rayclast for the better part of a year. I think that cataclysm may have scrambled more than just the terrain.
Well, oops. I wonder if the cataclysm explosion we see in Act 3 Cruel, I wonder if that's actually going to happen when this fully comes out and you actually play the endgame. I wonder if we're actually going to be hanging out in the past, you know, down here in the Ziggurat Refuge in the past. Or if the endgame is going to take place in whatever Act 6 is going to be. The map in the end is not going to be this in the past, you know? But who knows? That's months away from now, so it's going to be interesting. Tujin?
You're still here? Oh, this must be when you... Oh, right. We're not supposed to say much. We just met, eh?
Cataclysm.
We came to Rayclast in search of some, let's say, historical goings-on. Had a bit of trouble finding anything after so long. We figured, why not go back to when it was fresh? Met a rather talented young woman. Well, I shouldn't say. But this cataclysm, this corruption, is the damnedest thing. It's like we brought our business with us somehow.
Upgrades.
Rog and Danig showed me a few techniques. I'm no expert, but I can manage a couple of basic upgrades.
Okay.
Don't give up.
What about you, Danig?
Man with an interest in mercenaries. I like him.
You would.
Hail, hero! I knew I'd find you here. You've made it this far. Clearly you must have some talent. Care to lend your skills to a matter of honor?
A grand quest.
We are on a grand quest through time. We'll have to save the explanations for another time, however. All I can say is we purposefully came back to this city, Utsal, before our ancestors arrived on Rayclast. Will arrive on Rayclast, I mean. We've got less than a year to achieve our aims. We have to be gone before they get here, or my historical sagas will get very complicated very quickly.
Show expedition map. I haven't done any of those yet. I have a few.
Don't make that mistake.
So I think that's everyone for now. I heard Apus was actually going to show up on the right side of town, but I haven't seen him. Am I blind, or is he not here? I found Apus. He's right here. I found him, finally. So her grandchild is real. I legitimately thought she was hallucinating. Well, that's good to know. She's not entirely crazy.
The current situation is finally stable. We have done enough to ensure humanity's survival, however meager their dignity may be. This is not a victory, but it is a success. You may continue to cleanse corruption as you wish. I will begin work on greater plans.
Pretty cool effects. Map device. It's unfortunate that the map device isn't this huge in the hideouts. That'd be dope. Really annoying to place, but it's very, like, magnificent is a pretty good word for it, I think. I think the mercenary is my favorite character in the game so far. I really love the gameplay. I adore the voice acting. I think they made a spectacular job. They did a spectacular job on the mercenary. Characterization and his dialogue and the voice acting and all that stuff. The warrior and the ranger feel a little too stale for me. Sorceress can be fun, especially given that she has some insight into stuff in Act 2. Monk is cool because you can tell that has real good characterization, so he fits very well with what he is, you know? Voice acting to actual, like, idea of the character. And yeah, I haven't played a witch yet, but I've heard some of her voice lines, and she seems to be, like, one of the edgy, fun characters, kind of like the mercenary. I'm absolutely down with that, and I can't wait to hear what the others sound like. Ooh, Greater Jeweler's Orb. I'll take it. I have found one perfect at this point, and I sold it. Instead of using it on my own stuff, I sold that perfect orb so quickly. So in, what, 200... How many hours am I on? 290 hours. I've gotten one perfect orb. Which I don't think is the intended time for that. That feels a little weird. Because there are like 2.5 divines at this point. I do have a suggestion for how to solve... Very Dr. Evil. How to solve the issue of 6 portals, 1 life. And to me, that is, if the devs want to stick to you only have 1 life in, like, a map, then don't close the portals when you die. Just despawn all the mobs. And have the map be like, well, attempt failed, like you can't beat it, but at least let the portals stay so that I can go back in and pick up the loot. It's crazy that we finally have Diablo 3 after all these years. Only took 24 years. We finally have Diablo 3. And the fact that we still only have 6 of the 12 classes is insane to me. And I cannot wait for, like, my top 3, Druid, Templar, and Marauder. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. I can't wait for those. And I hope Druid becomes meta with flail, shield, and transformations. That's the ideal world. That'd be great. That's what I hope happens. Outside of that, we'll be doing more of these when they either release more videos on new content or a new patch comes out and I'm running through it on the new character. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you're out there enjoying this game as well. And just having a great time because this is a phenomenal video game. And at this point, I think Path of Exile 2 has a better story going on than Diablo 3 and 4. That's just personal opinion, but I didn't care for the story in the first game. This game is making me want to learn more about the story of the first game, even though it's not at the forefront or even that well told, in my honest opinion, in the first game. This one is making me want to dive more into it, and for that I'm going to be watching. Is it Kitty Cat Noodle? Is that the full name? It's Noodle, at least. And Talkative Try, I think, is the other person. Or like the lore people for this game, and I'm gonna go check out both of their stuff right now to learn more about the world and just be more caught up in what's actually going on. So that's for me, a little lore nerd. It's gonna be great, I think, because this game, this setting, it's so cool, and I can't wait to learn more. Yeah, you take care of yourselves out there, and I'll see you next time. Bye.